And then, Snoozer is traveling through the forest. Snoozer is looking for the ancient relic. It is called the Lost Egg of Lord Fuzzlestein.
Inaccurate. According to all of my databanks, no such egg exists.
Yes, it does. Shikers told me all about it. And besides, this is just my imagination.
Proceed.
So Snoozer is walking through the forest on a 20-mile... Hey, Zot! What is it called when you walk in the woods for like a long time and you climb up rocks and stuff?
Hiking is an activity of moderate difficulty, which involves walking across long distances, generally on trails or paths.
Oh, wait! Hiking. Isn't that what you say in football? Set, hike!
A snap, colloquially called a hike, snapback, or pass from center, is the backwards passing of the ball in.
Yeah. I know. Zot, I'm really good at football.
Based on your small stature and lack of limbs, the probability of your previous statement is extremely low.
Never tell me the odds. Anyway, you're messing up my story. Snoozer finally arrives at the top of the woody mountain and finds the egg. But it's being guarded by a very large beast. It's Lord Fuzzlestein himself. But he ate so many fuzzleberries that he grew up into a giant fuzzle.
Inaccurate. There.
Zot! I'm getting to the good part.
My programming does not allow me to sanction your nonsensical story.
Ugh. So Snoozer says, "Hello, Lord Fuzzlestein. May I please have your egg?"
No, this egg is very powerful. I will use it for world domination.
Wait a minute. You don't sound like Lord Fuzzlestein. You sound like an evil villain.
That's because
I am.
Huh? My arch nemesis, Dr. Devious.
Huh?
I know, right?
But what happened to Lord Fuzzlestein?
There was no Lord Fuzzlestein. It was Dr. Devious all along. He made up a whole story so he could trick Snoozer into falling into his trap.
I made the whole story up so I could trick you into falling into my trap. And it worked.
But you forgot about one thing.
Oh, really? And what is that?
I am a superhero, Bat Snoozer.
Oh, no. He's right. I did forget. Not. I created a robot that is every bit your equal. Bat DCVR. She's even more dark and serious than you are.
Go on.
Oh, hey, Checkers. I was telling Zot a story about Lord Fuzzlestein's egg.
I don't believe it.
No, really. I'm deadly serious.
No, you don't understand, Snoozer. I just located a map that I believe will take us to that very egg. We're gonna have to hike up a mountain to get there, but I think we'll be able to retrieve it by today.
I don't believe it.
Don't believe what?
A hike! I didn't know what a hike meant until Zot told me. But I still don't really know what hiking means.
This changes everything, Snoozer. This is not just a journey to go capture Mythical Egg. This is now, unmistakably, a reading road trip. Seatbelt.
Check. Backpack?
Check. Recording.
Recording.
All right, Snoozer. Ascending in 3, 2, 1. And we're off.
Autopilot activated.
Oh boy! We're going off on an adventure. We're going to be looking at books. Can it get any better?
I suppose it could.
Oh, Checkers, where are we going today?
All will be revealed, Snoozer. Momentarily. First, I have to give you 3 hints, and you'll have to guess. Hint number 1. It's somewhere in Fuzzleland. Hint number 2. It's up high. And hint number 3. It's confidential.
Confidential. Confidential? I've heard you say that before. What does that mean?
Classified, unknown, undiscovered.
A secret.
Yes, we're going to a secret pond next to Winter Woods.
Oh my goodness! I would have thought that Lord Fuzzlestein's egg was in the Great Egg Patch.
That's what Lord Fuzzlestein wanted everyone to think when he was hiding his egg.
So what's in the egg? And why do we have to go hike to go find it?
Snoozer, that egg is filled with an array of fuzz crystals, each one of them strong enough to power some of my greatest invention ideas of all time. I could finally build that flying toaster.
Oh yeah! Checkers, I don't want a flying toaster anymore.
You've been talking about it every day. For 2 years.
My tastes have changed. What can I say?
Okay, well, regardless, Snoozer, we need to hike there because the region is inaccessible through the air. Hiking is basically like going through a long walk through a forest or a countryside, going from one place to another.
Kind of like a road trip.
Sure, but when you're hiking, you're on foot, and when you're on a road trip, you're inside of a vehicle. We're headed for Winter Woods, where we'll exit our van and walk towards Music Mountains. Then, by following the map, we'll find the egg of Lord Fuzzlestein. But before we exit our van, let's catch some books that we can read along our journey. And here they come right now, Snoozer. All right, let's pull up the net and catch some books.
What did we get?
Here you go, Snoozer.
The Hike by Allison Farrow. And Sheep Take a Hike by Nancy E. Shaw.
Splendid. Well, we've just arrived in Winter Woods, so let's park down here, read those books, and start our hike. Snoozer, I have digitally inserted the books into the checkers pad, and I've wired the checkers pad into your eyes. So when I push this button, you should be seeing the cover of the book.
It's working!
That's good. Let's start our walk. So the first book is called The Hike by Allison Farrell. This book follows 3 girls going on a hike and going through a lot of the things a person may do on a hike, like trying to use a map, sketching, seeing forest animals, and crossing bridges.
It sounds stupendous. Hiking is really fun, especially when you carry me around like this.
At the end of the book, some of the things the girls saw on their hike are sketched out so we can relive their adventures with them. But it's a book you can go back to again and again and pick up new things every time.
And that's just like a real hike.
Yeah, just like a hike. You never know what you're gonna see, and every time you go on a hike, you're gonna see something new. You may even see a sheep.
A sheep?
Hold on, Snoozer. This is where we exit Winter Woods. Anyway, on to the second book. That's Sheep Take a Hike. This book follows a herd of sheep traveling on their own hike. Almost like they are people. They even wear hats and backpacks. But this is just meant to be silly.
What else happens?
A lot like the first book we talked about. They get into some trouble, cross a stream, and meet some animals. The sheep also have to deal with Mother Nature.
Who is Mother nature?
Basically a term to describe nature.
Nature is my mother. This is groundbreaking.
Oof. Anyhow, these are our two books. One a bit more realistic, and the other more fantastical and humorous. Sheep don't actually go on hiking adventures dressed like this.
Are you sure about that, Checkers? You never know. I used to think my toys didn't really come to life when I wasn't home.
Snoozer, I think we're being joined by a forest animal. I hear some rustling in the trees.
Oh yeah! In the bushes! Oh! I hope it isn't a stinky skunk. P.U.
Yeah. Well, let me activate my heat sensor. We'll find out what it is.
Checkers! We never did my craft!
Of course, Snoozer, you're right. And it's a great thing you reminded me, because the only way for us to get to the secret pond is to complete a craft with Mrs. Hamilton. Did you know that?
Yeah! Let's do it now!
Absolutely. Let's bring on Mrs. Hamilton right now and make your craft.
Well, hi, Snoozer. How you doing today?
Hi, Mrs. Hamilton. I'm hiking.
Oh, my. Have you seen anything exciting?
We are looking for the secret egg. But I wanted to make a craft while we are on the way.
Well, that's a good idea. Well, I'm glad that I could at least see you today. I miss having you here, but it's fun to see you. So today, we're going to make ourselves a leaf.
Ooh, a leaf. I like it.
Yeah, it's something you might see when you're on a hike, right?
Yep, here's my paper.
All right, well, let's get cutting out the pieces, all right? All right, Snoozer, did you get everything cut out?
Yes.
All right. Wow, let's see. One thing you don't normally see on a leaf is a face, but this is going to just be for fun. Okay. And now we can put this little piece, I think I'm going to put it down here. But you can put it up at the top too. Can you see my leaf, Snoozer?
Yes, I can. My leaf has a beard and long hair.
Mine just looks like a regular leaf. But I love how you made it just your own.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you next time, maybe in person, okay?
Absolutely. Goodbye.
Bye, Snoozer. Have a wonderful hike.
Was that the robot at your service? Here are today's book recommendations. Whose Track Is That? By Stan Tequila. The Map to Everywhere by John Davis. Shh, We Have a Plan by Chris Houghton. Camp Rex by Molly Idle. The Hike by Ellison Farrell. Sheep Take a Hike by Nancy Shaw. That is all for now. Goodbye.
Well, Snoozer, you did a great job with this craft. But here's how this works. You have to crinkle it up. And then uncrinkle it. And that is the only way we can make it inside this secret pond. I think I did a pretty good job. Alright, I think we're about ready, Snoozer. Let's go. Well, Snoozer, we have just about arrived at the pond.
Dr. Devious!
What? Dr. Devious? Snoozer, there is no way Dr. Devious tracked us all the way to the secret pond. Snoozer, did you hear that? Well, according to my computer here, it should be right down there.
It's Dr. Devious! Oh no! He's stealing our egg!
Yes, it appears so.
I have finally bested you at every turn! This is the big one! I got it!
Oh no, what have you done?
You have no idea. Recently, I managed to secretly put a recording device into your robot, Snoozer.
Me? Huh? Where?
Why, in your back left wheel, of course.
You actually did.
Oh, yes, and earlier this morning, I heard Snoozer playing a silly little game. At first, I thought it was just a game, but soon it was revealed to me to be true, all true. So I began running off to snatch the egg myself. I remained just behind you the rest of the journey, until this very moment, when I sprang into the lead and grabbed this egg and what is that smell?
Well, Dr. Devious, that would be the pond. And now you.
What?
You see, Dr. Devious, what you've discovered is a Fuzzleland stink egg. This pond is not all that secret. At least not to me. The only thing special about that egg is that it creates a distinct smell that radiates around anything or anyone who touches it.
But how did you...
I noticed your recording device on Snoozer last night, so I made up this whole story about Lord Fuzzlestein and his egg and led you exactly where I wanted you to go. You see, Devious, Snoozer and I just wanted to learn about hiking today, but we are so happy you joined us for our trip.
No! How could have I been so foolish? No!
I can't believe the story was made up the whole time!
Yep, Snoozer. Totally made up.
Oh, so the egg was real.
That's right, Snoozer. But nobody wanted to jump into the stinky pond to retrieve it. And luckily, Devious's deviousness worked to our advantage. Hope he learned his lesson.
Well, I hope so. He needs to be nicer.
And come up with his own ideas. You know, behind all that deviousness, I bet he's pretty creative. But we'll have to see if that ever comes to fruition. Until then, we've got ourselves a nice file all about hiking, and we're going to send it off to the Fuzzleland School. Until next time.